The wild boar group does not seem to be so weak and incompetent when faced with the stricken steps of the lion group. They plan to counterattack and let go. They know that the enemy is very powerful, and they must be able to see clearly. Even if they fall, they have to turn into a mountain and a path. The wild boar group, which has endless desires for the King dynasty, continues to move. No matter where the wild boar group moves, the lion group will always follow them. The lion and the wild boar are an unbreakable framework. In the lion's diet, the ratio of wild boars to the lion is 60%. However, except for the old and weak, the wild boar will sit and wait. The young wild boars will often attack the lion. According to data, the animal that kills the lion the most is the wild boar. The wild boar on the Shishu grasslands can form hundreds, or even thousands of large boar groups. Every time a wild boar rushes out of the boar group, the lion will be angry and retreat when it wants to attack the lion. This situation has been going on for several waves. This seems to be a ceremony for the young lion. Let them learn to understand the opponent and learn when to attack and when to retreat. In our impression, the wild boar group often waits until their companions are gone before they have the courage to rescue them. As a result, they often chase away the lion group and the wild boar on the ground can't get up. And sometimes everything that happens will fall. One of the reasons is that some of the roles played by the wild boar are different. The strongest male wild boar is the leader of the bull group. He is in charge of the bull group. Under his leadership, the other wild boars are not afraid of the lion group. They are united by the power of the team to threaten the lion group. The lion group never found a breakthrough to break through. The strong wild boar group finally won a small victory. The mother lion, who is seriously injured, is very difficult for her to walk. The wounds on her legs clearly show that all this is caused by the hunting dog. Last night, when the mother lion and her companions were enjoying prey, they were attacked by the hunting dog group. Because there was no lion on the ground, the mother lion did not resist the attack of the hunting dog group. They were all injured to a different degree. As a result, the lion group without the lion was clearly out of battle. Without the lion, the hunting dog group was even more arrogant. Fortunately, the mother lion successfully got rid of the hunting dog group. Although injured, there is nothing better than being alive. This is due to the big advantage of the body. If the body is a little weaker, it will be less fierce. You have to bear your own wounds. As long as you are alive, the wound will recover one day. The mother lion has to follow her companions closely to protect herself with the power of the group. She is very clear in her heart that her current situation, if you meet the hunting dog group again, you will hardly have the strength to fight back. Even running away has become a desire. The longer a person wins, the more miserable he will lose when he loses. In fact, animals are the same. The lion is the top hunter on the grassland. It is the master who tramples on the other many hunters. However, the hunting dog group is a few animals that can resist the lion. They rely on the power of the team. Sometimes you can give the lion a hand. Let the lion understand that there is no forever strong person on the grassland. This is a world that is more cruel than anyone else. The lion directly entered the cave and caught a pig. Good guy, you really have a way. This is a cute fat pig washing the mud river. It can be seen that they also love cleanliness very much. Then another fat pig also came to join the fun. Because the weather is hot, it is quite comfortable to wash once every 3 or 5. Don't say that this fat pig will really enjoy it. Then, when they finish soaking the mud river, they start to do the next self-service. That is to use the stone to massage the whole body. It seems that the fat pig looks very comfortable. Of course, the most critical item needs to be taken care of. This is a lion coming to the pig cave and digging directly. What is the lion going to do? Are you going to take the fat pig Peng Peng? In fact, digging a hole is definitely a physical activity. The lion started to eat and wait for the boat. After digging for a while, it seems that it is not so easy to capture the fat pig Peng Peng. I have to make a face. But the kung fu is not as good as the new people. The fat pig Peng Peng finally showed his head and was directly bitten by the lion. Just when he pulled out, the other fat pig Peng Peng escaped at the speed of lightning. The lion didn't care about him because it was very difficult to deal with a fat pig Peng Peng. It is impossible to capture two, unless there are other lions to help. In this way, the lion successfully captured the fat pig Peng Peng. There is really a way. The noise bird is building its own wedding house. The picture of this wedding house is heard from time to time. It sounds a bit incredible, but the male noise bird is so particular. The construction process is also very advanced. It's almost the same as 80 years ago in our village. It's all mud mixed with grass. After such a house was built, it was solidified. His girlfriend stood by to supervise, also point out from time to time. He also joined the building. The two of them worked together. It looks very harmonious. The magnetic noise bird will use its wings as a measuring tool, calculate the practical area of the house. After all, it will live here in the future. Comfort is indispensable, including if there are more children in the future. It is also necessary to consider. Determine the size of the house. The two of them don't waste time. Pass through the house and the ground. Because this bird is pregnant, they only have a month of work. Fortunately, I didn't meet up. After. Good. It is also a bird that lives, and it is busy with a pregnant woman. There has never been a complaint. That such a fairy couple is not enviable. Not far away, the grass-eating audience is crying. Half a month later, the house has been out of scale. This is already enough for most birds, but it's far from enough for a noisy bird to say one thing. And one thing, and one thing. The noisy bird doesn't bark. The high-pitched cry of the magnetic noisy bird is very far-reaching. This is a way to show off. Show off his husband, show off their wedding room. In half a month, the house can be completed in a day. Many other species of birds began to visit. The red and red flowers are indeed exception. They are here to pick up the point. Because the noisy bird couple will leave in a year. By then, this second-hand house will be theirs. It is even more unkind of the lion to go back to the cow. It seems to be a good choice to give birth to your own child. In such a rich family, characters know what idea they are making. So they are merciless to drive away these goods, then stand on the bird's nest. To make a name call to declare their sovereignty, and his boyfriend can't care so much. There is still half a month to go. Before the wedding date will be born, he needs to work overtime to complete the reconstruction of the building. The appearance is almost done. Now the main consideration is the interior decoration. The layout of the ceremony hall is not bragging. When the two of them are busy and cannot be opened, It took them 25 days to make their bodies and minds tired. This bird's nest is finally going to be completed, so that we can reveal the inner mystery of the bird's nest. The classic ceremony hall structure is warm, and privacy is also particularly good. Tatami's decoration style is low-key luxurious and has a cold. The southern side of the face compensates for the lack of lighting. Small entrances are difficult to make. To the greatest extent, it guarantees the safety of the family. It is equipped with a 99,000-kilometer-long prairie. The fresh air makes people drunk. Let's just say that such a house loves it, or not. The contrast between the front and back of the bird's nest is like this. It is an ancient practice to build a house with earth skin. We humans have been using it for about 10,000 years. After the wedding room was completed, the Cichlidae were in no hurry to lay an egg. In the next 2 weeks, the couple of Cichlidae will take turns to hatch the birds, but the weather is very good today. Newly created, they go out together. To have a meal to celebrate this will give the Cichlidae a chance. One of the Cichlidae has been unable to hold back. He jumped to the top of the nest and looked inside, and found that there were no birds at home. Then he started to go in without hesitation. He's not a thief. There are not too many evil eyes. Just want to give the Cichlidae couple a big gift. He carefully observed the surroundings, and found that he had not been noticed, so quietly entered the bedroom. After all, do good things do not leave their tradition. His husband stood on a tree in the distance to help him light up. About 5 minutes, the Cichlidae that broke into the next year came out, and he gave birth to an egg in the Cichlidae's bedroom. After the task was completed, he hurriedly ran away from the scene, and soon the couple of Cichlidae came back, and he found out that the situation was wrong. If they can't find it, they will become working girls to help the Cichlidae to raise the future generation. The Cichlidae seems to have found out what he was wondering about, and then pushed one egg into the living room. This egg is smaller than his egg, and after a moment of hesitation, he threw this egg out directly. A Cichlidae actually swam to the river and was caught by a group of wild dogs. This is a Cichlidae that was chased by a group of wild dogs and ran into the water, and the wild dogs can only be in the dark, and the swimming is really not their strength. There was no other way but to stick to it. And then there were a few wild dogs who wanted to go into the water and hesitated. It seems that they are really afraid of water. And then Lin Yong sees more and more wild dogs. It's really scary that he can only swim to the other side. But how can the wild dogs give up easily? It was also chased straight over. And Lin Yang just looked at the dark side and the wild dog came again. And he had a cold in his heart. How can these guys be as high as a dog's skin? And can't get rid of it. He can only swim in the other direction. But the one who made Lin Yang cry is the wild dog or the one who chased him. Good guy. Lin Yang has to change direction again. I really can't play with these wild dogs. It's just nowhere. And then Lin Yang swam to a river again. At this time, he was exhausted, and even if the wild dog was next to him, he was unable to return. If he was forced to swim back, he might be drowned, and the biggest threat to Lin Yang was the wild dog on the shore. If you take a break for a while, you can take the opportunity to run away, but the wild dogs won't give him this chance. And Lin Yang can't escape. At this time, a wild dog suddenly bit Lin Yang's nose, and then the other wild dogs helped him drag him to the shore. Lin Yang has no resistance at all. Who is Lin Yang playing with the wild dog? And the result was still caught by the wild dogs. No one is willing to be born without a reason. But in addition to the resistance, there is nothing that can protect their own lives. Even if you know that you are not an opponent of meat and animals, there are some things that can't be done and can't be done. But in order to live, they have to do their best to fight. There is nothing impossible in the world that can't be done, as long as you dare to think, dare to do, dare to change. It is the beginning of miracles. Don't think too much, just do it. I always feel that food and grass animals are soft and hard to eat. Although in the natural world, there are food and grass animals that resist meat and animals. But there are only a few that will resist. Occasionally, those who resist may be those who are strong in body shape and think that they can drive out the predators. Think about it. If all the food and grass animals resist, then there will be no meat and animals in this world. These food and grass animals will eat up a large piece of grass and plants, and their species will eventually degrade. This caterpillar is already 13 years old, and the sun in Beijing is gradually losing its temperature. The long night is coming. Even though it is hiding under the stone, but the cold will enter the ground. His heart stopped beating, and his breath disappeared. And his body was covered by ice and snow a little bit, but he didn't die. Instead, he entered a state of false death and continued to spread the frost. It completely pushed this little guy into the first light of the 4-month night. A different kind of spring has come. Because this is the last spring of his life. Nature is like a painter with pure memory. The invisible brush erases the mysterious white veil of the northern chicken caterpillar's physical skills slowly recover. This little thing lived like a miracle. He shook his body and climbed out of the cave in a hurry. In the next 3 days, he will try to eat as much food as possible. The most important moment in my life is to replenish energy. As the longest caterpillar in the world, at the age of 14, it is now that he can only shake his head and shake his head without feeling tired. He wrapped his body around it, and it looked like a long time. But it was actually only 1 day, 14 years of accumulation, just for this moment. In the white. It sounds very beautiful when it sounds like a butterfly. It's an amazing experience to see it with your own eyes. Let's see the miracle. A little bit of grass. But we're all people who pay attention to the process. Although he doesn't look like a bad boy, he can still find a partner for the northern goose. In the coming time, he will continue his life with his partner. This is a mollusk that has been frozen. In the cold winter, the mollusk will enter the dead state from skin to blood. Every cell in the body will freeze because of the cold. The whole body becomes ice block. The sun slowly this video. You won't expect. There is actually a hippo in the desert. This is a big group of short-haired ducks in this high temperature all year round. And where there is no water, how did this guy survive and turn over? Is it eating earth and then softening in the sand? Don't you believe it? This guesswork is half right. In the daytime, this thing will bury itself in the sand. It will climb out at night. Is not convenient. But to fill the stomach, this guy still has to overcome the difficult group. One night, he can walk into the amazing world. He can walk into the amazing 38 meters. Considering his small body, this distance is already very great. 75% of the body of white ducks is water. For short-haired ducks, it's a delicacy. But Zhao Huo's skills are really worrying. It's a bit of a 10-year brain injury. Even if the white ducks climb to the mouth, he has a reason for failure. After all, who wants to fight with a mouth that does not coordinate? Isn't this the bad genes of parents? sand. The sand can resist the sun's rays, so their cubs have a high survival rate of 1%. After the fox is full, a group of old men suddenly stormed in. Good guy. This scene is really not small. A fox caught a prey, enjoying it slowly, and there is a group of old men beside, staring at him. But the fox is not afraid at all, because the old man is very timid. I dare not grab the fox's prey. I really didn't expect. Small foxes also have such a great time. There is actually a large group of audience. Watch him eat. At this time, the fox is basically eating almost, and the old men have been staring at the straight saliva of the prey. They also found that the fox was full. I'm doing a rush position. Just see the fox just go. The old men suddenly went up. Good guy. The scene is really not small. This is called not eating. As long as it's meat, even if it's stinky, it doesn't matter, because the old man is an animal. In addition to bones, any meat can be eaten. But at this time, suddenly came a large old man. This should be an old man. He is announcing his sovereignty. However, the other old men can only give way. Look at this guy walking. It's not a good master. Just say, this guy is still angry. Directly put the bones of that little meat. Pulled over. Good guy. This old man is really strong. Then he started to drive away other old men. This means that he is not full. Those old men can only watch. It seems that there is a world everywhere. Only a strong body can have the right to eat meat first.